been a minute. Y'all. Mm, I'll get into it on another video. But anyways, today I wanted to do a video just to help somebody out. Somebody that's maybe 17, 18, my teenagers, my high schoolers, even middle schoolers, and my 20 babies, my 21s, 22, 23, 24, all that good stuff. Basically, hell, even if you about to be 30 like me, you can get something from this video and the gems I'm about to drop. I was going to title this video Things No One Tells You in Your 20s or Things I Wish I Knew in My Early 20s. But there are some things that I wish I knew in high school for that matter. So each one teach 10 is my thing. Like if you can help somebody, help them. Give somebody advice, give them that advice because you never know who life it can change, you know. So yeah, I've always been that person. Like if I hear something and it really sticks out to me, I take it with me. Like I take that piece of advice. Or sometimes people can give you lectures, and sometimes you may not need anything out that lecture until the very end, or it may just be like a little bit, but that little bit can go a long way, y'all. So with that being said, I'm gonna get right into it. These are just some things I wish I knew earlier on in life. So I jotted them down. I didn't want to miss anything. As you can see, it's kind of lengthy, but yeah, I didn't want to miss anything. So, but then again, even if I do, I can always do a part two, right? Right. So let's go. Bet on you. It's okay to take a leap of faith. I feel like me when I was younger, I've always been kind of timid when it comes to certain things. So it was like, no, I didn't want to do this. Or even if I always had these type of dreams and big goals in the back of my head, I would always push them to the back. Like, ooh, girl, you want to do this? You want to do that? You want to do that too? Like, it's a lot. So I feel like sometimes I would play it safe. Don't play it safe. It's okay to fly. It's okay to take a chance. You never know what's on the other side of that opportunity if you do not take it. You never know. Like, go. If you want to move, do that. Do your research. Now, you don't have to do it impulsively. You can go about it in a very, very organized manner. But do that. If you want to be a doctor, start researching how many years does it take, what are the best schools, what do you think would work for you to succeed in that vision that you have. Go for it. Do it. Like sometimes you may not come from a family that has the background or has the academics or have the financial stake to help you. Sometimes it's just gonna be you and God. Like and that's okay. That's what I want y'all to know. It's okay. You can do it. You're never alone, even though sometimes some of us may feel alone. Go for that goal. Go for the biggest dream. Like, don't sleep on yourself. Period. When I say there is no limit, there's no limit. Period. There are no limits. I feel like a lot of times we put limitations on ourselves. Like, if you can dream it, you can do it. If you keep having these visions, it's a reason for that. Go for it. So, with that being said, don't be afraid to start over. And if you have to start over. This is your life. It's okay. So, do it afraid, feel it, sit with it, but don't let the feeling of fear win. Don't let it take over. It's okay, it's a natural thing. And I feel like having the fear of being anxious about something is showing that you really care and that you really want to do a good job at whatever task it is you're about to go after. Even like your first time doing things you may not have ever thought. Like me, for example, it's so many things I've done. I'm like, Dad, I did that. Like, wow, you know, and that's just the beginning. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Like, do whatever it is you want to do. Okay, start to get serious about your future early on. I know sometimes, like, I don't know. Okay, when I was in ninth grade, they tell us, they set us down at the, the meeting, welcome to ninth grade meeting in the, I was about to say cafeteria, in the gymnasium. And they were like, these 4 years are going to fly by. And when I tell y'all, that was one of the truest statements, those 4 years fly by. So when you're in your sophomore, you start to think, oh, what do I like to do? What am I good at? But also enjoy doing. What they say, if you do something you love, you will never have to work another day in your life. And I believe it. Like, I wholeheartedly believe that. Like, if it's something that you get up to do every day and you're passionate about it, you're good at it, it's like, and you get paid, you make a living off of that, like, that's a win-win. I feel like a lot of times we gotta do things just to make ends meet that we don't like to do. And that's a problem. But it starts like in grade school. Had you started like some people are, they doing their thing when they get out of school. But some of us, we're lost. We're just doing things just because people want us to do them, or we don't know what to do, so we're just gonna go like, oh well, because people, of course, the thing to do is go to college. Me, I went to college, and me personally, if I could tell myself what I know now back then, college wouldn't have been seen. And there's nothing wrong with going to college. That's a beautiful thing. It wasn't for me. It may not be for you. I would have had my mind in beauty school. That's where I would have been. Like, I would have been in beauty school. And it's not too late for me to go. It's not too late for you to go. It's not too late for you to do whatever it is that you want to go do. Period. Start researching, looking for courses, looking for classes, looking for trade schools, and apply. However, but yeah, I just would have been so much further, so much ahead of the game. Had I had just a little bit of guidance or either just known the things that I know now, it would have been crazy. Because, you could have started taking courses and classes, like if you're in high school, start looking up courses and classes, start getting those college credentials early on so you can already be ahead of the game when you graduate. Like, so once you graduate, you already got some college credentials, and if you choose to go to college, you can just add that on and you can get finished instead of having to write it out 4 years since you already started taking your credits early on. You could be done in 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, just work smarter, not harder. Period. And if it's something like if you're good at hair, if you're good at nails, if you like to do eyebrows, eyelashes, it's courses for those. It's trade schools for those. You don't necessarily have to go to college for that if that's all you want to do. That's definitely for sure something that you really want to put your all into and become a professional at. But however, if you do want to go to college route, that's good too. But start taking the courses ahead of time. Start looking into that now while you're a junior, while you're a senior, and don't just wait till the second semester. Like me, I really didn't buckle down and start like really like, okay girl, what college you want to go to until like the second semester for real, for real. Like, cause in the back of my head, I always wanted to do beauty school, but like it was just a lot going on. I ain't had no transportation. I wasn't like a bus girl. Like, and there's nothing wrong with it. And I should have been more resourceful, and I should have been like, girl, you're gonna get on this bus right today. You're gonna learn how to navigate with the bus system, because I always had like, I didn't have to ride the bus often, and when I did, I was always with my big sister or big brother. I was with somebody, so it was just like a one-time thing or every blue moon for me. Yeah, my sense of direction is terrible, whatever. But had that, like I said, you live and you learn. Everything is not for everybody. But at the same time, I learned some beautiful things when I was in college. Yeah, it was a different. I am glad I got to experience that. So yeah, it worked. Everything happens how it's supposed to. So yeah, I don't have any regrets. But just some things I would have done differently, especially like knowing what I know now. Um, but yeah, what are you passionate about? Then you need to start thinking how to go about making this your reality. Focus. Make sure you stay focused, especially when you start these classes, when you start these trade schools, when you're doing what you're doing so that you can get to where you want to be. You may miss phone calls, you may miss text messages, you may miss events, and that's okay. You're not missing out on a thing, because guess what? Your real friends gonna understand. They still gonna be there when it matters the most, and that's okay. Communication, understanding is key. Learn how to tell people or send them a text or. And then my thing is another thing. When you start to tell people, open up about what you're doing, your goals, if they're constantly calling you or being a distraction, that's being inconsiderate. They know new things. It takes practice. It takes time. So of course, you're not gonna be able to always be at every event, be at every party, every outing, answer every phone call, reply right back to every text message. It's just not gonna happen. And like I said, that's more than okay. Focus up. Know what matters the most in that moment. Okay. Breathe, y'all. Breathing is so important. I feel like a lot of times you have stresses and you may not know how to express it, being in high school or just early on in school. You just like, what in the world? Because sometimes it's like, okay, say you start a job and they don't train you, they just give you your uniform, this and that, they just throw you out there to the wolves. Sometimes life can be like that. Like if you graduate, sometimes I feel like no one prepares you for real life shit. Like sometimes it's just, and especially depending on how you were brought up. Like some people, parents, of course, they talk to them, they try to, and some kids listen, some kids don't. You know, it really just depends on your background, your parents, guardians, how that relationship, how they are, cause it's so much that goes into it. But anyways, um, yeah, meditate, pray, write, look up releasing. What is it called, y'all? Releasing. I was about to say methods. That's one thing too, but it was some routines and things work out, things that just help your mind and your body, like not tense up and just release the stress and all that good stuff. Even if it's just for like 10 minutes, do something. You can stretch, do a little meditation, do a little yoga. Do what works for you. Do the unhealthy things in moderation. That's all I am. Like, I don't know. I don't do drugs or anything like that. But if I want me a little drink, even soda. I am a huge soda drinker, and it's toxic. It's not good. But I try to do it in moderation. Like, try to tell myself, girl, you need to go 3 weeks without any soda. Or even if it's something like do it once a week, or instead of, especially if you're like a smoker, chain smoker, if you smoking constantly back to back cigarettes, whatever it is you smoke, constantly back to back to back to back back back, like you might need to tone it down just a little bit. Y'all, people texting me, but anyways, and I'm trying to hurry up because I think this video is super duper long. Even though I haven't posted in a minute, I don't want to drag this video out too long, and I also don't want my phone to cut off on me, because that's another reason why I've been MIA lately. My electronics still acting crazy, but it's all good, and my LA girls trip is still coming, so wait on it. Better late than never, and the thing is, I just have to download it on my phone because it's ready and prepared and edited and everything. Part 1 anyways. That's another thing that's going to be part 2, because I know y'all like, girl, we can't wait till you get your ish in order. So, me either. But it's okay though. Anyways, try to stay in good spirits and just know it's gonna be okay. Period. I should have ended it right there, but I thought of some other things and I jotted them on the end. Oh no, I already said that off the top of the dome. Look into trade schools, explore more options. Get you some good credit. Start to learn about credit junior year if you're not already put onto it before then. Y'all, I didn't know about credit or none of that. I didn't really have no credit until I was like 24. And when I did, I messed it up because so much was going on and I was late on the first payment. I'm telling so much of my business, but it's okay. Y'all know I get y'all the unraw, the uncut truth, it's whatever. So, and then it was like it's a ripple effect. It's like sometimes when one thing go bad, everything just go downhill. Like just a domino effect. Like I kid y'all not. But that's a story for another day. Anyways, pay attention to your credit is a very important. Sometimes you cannot have any money, but you got a high credit score, baby, you up through here, okay? So pay attention to your credit. Get you about 2 credit cards. Stay on top of those bills. Make sure you pay early if you can. Not just on your credit card payments in general. If you got a car note, car insurance, whatever, and especially when you move to your apartments and stuff like that. But yeah, y'all. I just hope that y'all got something from this video. I think I'm going to end it right here. Yes, please comment, like, subscribe, and I will have more content coming out for y'all shortly. I love y'all so much. Sending y'all greatness, sending y'all wealth, sending y'all health, sending y'all abundance. If y'all want advice or any more tips and tricks about anything else in your 20s, early 20s, mid 20s, early 30s, my birthday is on Saturday. I will be turning 30. So my chapter 20 something is coming to an end. I really don't know how I feel about it. It's like, wow. I feel very, very grateful. I'm very blessed. I am so ready for this new chapter. I've been sitting and waiting for a while, but that's okay though. It's alright. God got me in the waiting room, but that's okay though. I don't know. It's story time for another day, maybe, possibly. Hey, I don't know. Y'all know this is kind of, I know it's a live diary, so I try to include y'all with what's going on, but not spilling too much and telling too much of my personal business. But it is what it is. I love y'all, and if you made it to this part of the video, be sure to join the fam if you haven't already, which I know you have. I just know you have. I love you. I thank you. I believe in you. And yeah, until next time, we'll be checking out later.